guys! So today what I thought I'd do is to kind of share with you how I am planning the layout and the logistics of putting up my light fixtures in my craft room. If you've been watching the other videos, you know that I chose a system from Creative Cables that I am so excited about. I am putting together lighting to go above my craft table, which is the darkest place in the room, okay? Because I have a lighting source over there and a lighting source over there, and my table is here. The other problem I have is this crazy sloped ceiling, and it starts at like 4 feet. 4 feet. To throw another issue into the mix, I have no electrical source up there. I don't have an existing light fixture, I don't have a plug, I have no wiring up there. So these were all the issues that I had to address to get lighting above my craft table. So in the previous video, I mapped out my design plan, but what I need to do today is to actually figure out exactly where everything's gonna go on this wall. Because of course everything gets installed with a screw, which means a hole in the wall. I have 20 feet of cord, and I know that I need 3 feet of it to drop down for the pendant. And I also know how much I need to go down to the plug. When you add those two together and subtract them from my 20 feet, I know what I've got left to work with to make my design and to put in my sockets. Now that I have all my measurements, I mapped it out on the floor with painter's tape. This is the space I have to make my design with my cord, 2 sockets, and fair leads. All right, time to be creative. Hey guys, guess what today is? Today is the day I'm installing my light system, and I am so excited. So I think after a lot of planning, a lot of research, many conversations between me and Mr. Andrew at Creative Cables, I am finally ready to do this thing. Okay. So according to the Creative Cables video on how to cut and strip a fabric cable, once you put the tape on it, then you're going to stick the cable into this hole right here. And there's a blade in there, so when I rotate this around, it's going to do a nice clean cut on the cable. One thing I did play around with when I first got this was this knob right here. When you twist this knob, it brings that little razor blade in there either up or down. I was worried about cutting too deeply, and so I took the very end of my cable and practiced a few times, and I'm so glad I did, because as you can see, the first time I did it, I did cut through the cable. So I definitely suggest doing some trial runs on cutting the cable on the very end of your piece, your cable piece. So here I have one of the wall sockets that I'm using, or the Firmalus, or however we decided to say it. I think we decided it's a wall socket. So anyway, it has these little cool things on it, which also I'm sure have a very official name. I think they're called a Wago, or maybe a Wago, W-A-G-O. And Creative Cables gets this all set up for you when they send it out, which is super awesome, because all you need to do is you need to just match black wires to black wires and white wires to white wires. So I'm going to go ahead and make one cut all the way through right here, and then use my wire or my cord cutter to pull back the cord here and here so I can expose my wires. One of the things I found a little bit challenging was separating the lamp holder into all its different pieces. It came all together. This one has a double ferrule, which are these two little rims here, and they allow it to hold a lampshade. So if you're getting a lampshade or using a lampshade, you might want to make sure that you get one with this edge on it. There is a little trick to getting this apart, and Creative Cables does talk about it on one of their tutorials. I'll make sure to provide the link to that in my description. I'm estimating that I want about 36 inches down from the ceiling for my pendant light. I'm a little nervous about making the cut because I'm kind of worried it's like cutting bangs, where you keep trying to even it up and they just get shorter and shorter. So I'm a little nervous about doing this one, just because even though I've measured 14 times, I don't want to mess this up. But here we go. All the electrical work has been done, everything tests out, and we're ready to stick this thing on the wall. daylight last night. I have one more fair lead to put in, then put in the light bulbs and install the pendant. And then this project is done. I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to flip the switch on this. I cannot tell you how happy I am about this project. It's exactly what I imagined in my head. Honestly, the most challenging thing was putting this thing up on a slanted wall. I think if you were doing it on a regular vertical wall, it would have been much easier. I know I've gone on and on about creative cables, but the thing is, I love it when I find a good small company. These guys are innovative and fantastic customer service. I would not hesitate from ordering from them again. And no, they give me nothing for this. I just came across creative cables through my own research. I just want to send out kudos and support to companies like theirs who are making it and doing a wonderful job. So if you have a lighting project in your near future, just saying, might want to check out Creative Cables. Of course, I will provide the links and all the good stuff. And on my blog. So until next time, until the next project, happy crafting, stay healthy, stay positive, and enjoy creating things.